welcome you to Tales from the Trails, where our podcast focuses on how businesses use technology and Salesforce to multiply the value they bring to their clients, partners, and teams. Nick, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Kat. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. So if you don't mind introducing yourself, tell the audience what company you work for and what your role is in that company.
Yeah, so my name is Nick Falcone, and I am the CEO of NDM Hospitality. NDM, we are in multiple different industries. We actually own multiple businesses within that company that range from real estate, hospitality, technology, and management. So that's what we do. And we're everything from restaurants to resorts and much more. So really excited to tell you guys more about it.
Awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit more about your main focus right now, which I know is the rental resort. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so with rental resorts, that's our core business, like you mentioned. And what we're doing is we're taking the industry of vacation homes and we're really evolving it to the next level, where you get the comforts, the spaciousness of a home when you're going on vacation, but we couple that with resort amenities, services, and brand standards. So people know what they're going to get. They don't have to sacrifice any of the amazing amenities and services they would get at a full service resort. And you really get that confidence of knowing the product and the consistency behind it. We're having a lot of success. We've actually opened up resorts around the country and some international, and we're growing like crazy. So really looking forward to getting rental out to all the great vacation destinations so people can take advantage of the cool product.
Yeah, definitely. That's amazing. Rental properties like VRBO, Airbnbs, they've already been out there, been done. So what inspired you to enter the vacation and rental industry and create a brand that offers rental resorts with resort style amenities?
Yeah, a lot of it was based on personal experiences. First and foremost, my family, my wife and kids or whatnot, there was safety concerns with going to vacation homes. You don't know who has the key or who's able to access the home, things like that. I've also had it where we've gone to other vacation home providers or whatnot, and what you see online and what you get aren't always matching up. So there was those inconsistencies. So I think some of those personal experiences led to the vision behind what we're doing. But also, as we were developing one of our projects, as I mentioned earlier, we're developers as well. And we're developing a piece of land that we had in Orlando, and we started selling to individuals. And we had historically been used to selling to end users, people that are looking to live in the home. In this particular instance, every single buyer was asking us, how do we rent? How do we make money off of the investment? And so at that time, my brothers and I, we were looking for ways to diversify our business. And it really led us to learning more about the industry. And we just learned very quickly that we could do it better, that we could provide a better experience, a more holistic travel experience where you don't have to play travel agent to find the things to do around town because they're all there at the resort at your fingertips. And from there, we just really started to build off that vision and turn it into what it is today.
Oh, that's great. So you haven't always been in rental properties. Tell us a little bit more how you got started into this hospitality rental industry.
Yeah, I've always been in hospitality. My brothers and I, got our start though in food and beverage, which is a sector in hospitality, obviously. And I'd always worked in restaurants. My father, who's a big inspiration to my brothers and I, he actually got his start with McDonald's back when he was in his teens and early 20s, and always preached to us how much he learned from that business that he was then able to apply to everything that he's now doing today. So hearing that growing up, that becomes a major inspiration. So always worked in restaurants throughout high school and college, got out of college and started, to do things in restaurants in more of a managerial ownership role with a couple companies that were looking for owner operators. And then from there, really just was looking to continue to develop into more ownership capacity or whatnot, and found BurgerFi. At that time, BurgerFi had not franchised. They had one location, and my brothers and I were actually able to come in and become the founding franchisee for the brand. And that's where we really got our start with NDM Hospitality.
Okay. So at what point did you decide to shift over to real estate and more into the technology space?
Yeah, so I would say the real estate technology, two different timelines. So we got more into the real estate space about 7.5, 8 years ago, with that first property that our family was developing. And they really couldn't be both the developer and the rental hospitality arm for a multitude of reasons. So it was a perfect storm. They had a need, for a rental component, and we were looking for ways to get bigger and diversify. And that's where I just started really educating myself on the industry of vacation home and came up with the vision that I mentioned earlier. So that was our first step into more of the real estate management component and the branding component of real estate. Since then we've opened up management businesses for multifamily, for long-term rental homes, and have gotten more ingrained into the real estate space. And then with technology, we actually got into that a little bit later, about 3, 4 years ago. We were embarking on these businesses, especially with rental. What we're doing is so unique and different that there isn't really technology purpose built for what we do. And I was searching and looking at all the tech out there and realized very quickly that we're going to need to customize and take either off the shelf product and turn it into what we need, or build from the ground up. And that's what really got our inspiration to go out and bring technology in house and start doing that customization and that software creation.
Awesome.